Hello everybody, it's Craftin' Just Because with Chris Cowan. Just getting set up so I can see our comments. Okay, so we are going to be playing with the Sweet Sorbet bundle, and it's got a punch. I've got to grab that. We're going to bring in some balmy blue, and then we're going to use some of this designer series paper. And we are going to make a cute little treat box that's actually quite large. It holds quite a bit of candy, and I'll show you that. And then I'm going to show you an alternative that I made doing the same thing but made way more masculine with old supplies I had sitting in my house for my husband's work. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to want to bring in our paper trimmer. Now, if this is your first time joining me today, you will know that when I update or when I post this blog or Facebook Live, it'll have a link to my blog, and all the measurements and directions are there in case you don't want to write them down. So we first need a piece of cardstock that is 7 inches by 10.5 inches. I'm going to go ahead and cut that at 7 by 10.5. And on that 10.5 inch side, we want to score it at 1/2 inch, at 1.5 inches, at 5.5 inches, and at 6.5 inches, which I passed way. Okay. And then we are going to turn it to the 7 inch side, and we're going to use those same measurements. Or we're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, 5.5 inches, and 6.5 inches. Okay. And then I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to cut some designer series paper. Now I want a piece that is 3 by 3. Let's see if this is 3 by 3. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, it is. Awesome. So we're going to use that piece. And then I also want, let's see here. I think I'm going to pull in this blue color, and I want to cut 3 3¾ by 3¾ inch squares. Whoops. So we're going to do that. And that. And then I also need another piece that is cut at 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I think I'm going to use this light pink. And then before we put that away, I am going to cut this piece of designer series paper, and I'm going to punch out a set of these here. Just like that. And then I'm going to just kind of set that aside. And I can put my paper trimmer up, and then I'm going to take my piece of balmy blue scrap and I'm going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day on it with my sweet sorbet. That's all the stamping we're going to do, believe it or not. I'll stand up. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Okay. And then I'm just going to do a quick wipe off of that just so I don't get ink everywhere, because that's how I roll. I am an ink. If there's ink out, I have it all over me. Okay. So now I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm just going to cut this at an angle, just like that. Okay. So then I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to set all of our layers aside here as well. And we're going to come in with our scored piece of cardstock, and I'm going to fold and burnish all the score lines. And then I'm going to show you how we're going to cut this, okay? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start with your little tab end, and we are going to make that a tab. So I'm going to do a diagonal, and I'm going to cut off that piece. And we're doing that on both sides. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to turn it to the side, and I'm going to cut up to the second score line, and we're going to cut that rectangle off, and we are going to make this a tab as well. So I'm just going to do diagonal cuts like that, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. Then I'm going to cut up this section to that second score line, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make this a tab. Okay. And I'm also going to tab this edge right here. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. And don't worry, I will lay this flat so you can see it as well when we're all done. And then I'm going to tab this little piece too. Okay. And now we're just going to cut off this bottom two rectangles right on the score line. And you're going to do that on both sides. So this is what you're left with. Okay, super simple, right? Now I'm going to fold this one back just because that's going to be our top flap. And then we are going to add some liquid glue to our tabs. And we're going to fold those in to form a box on the bottom, kind of like a pizza box. I'm just going to hold it for a minute. And I'm going to do the same thing with the one right across from it. Fold it in and hold it for just a moment. Okay. And now we're doing the same thing on the other side with those tabs. I'm just holding it for a moment. And then we're gonna do the last one there. Now at this point you need to make a decision. You can leave these, like just like this, or you can glue them down. Now I went ahead and glued them down, so that's what I'm gonna do on this one. I just thought it finished it off better, but it's up to you how you want to do that. So I'm just gonna glue those tabs down. I felt it reinforced the box. And then one more side. Okay. Whoops. Looks like I need to rub that down a little bit more. Okay. So now I'm going to take my big squares and I'm going to glue them down. I'm going to glue one down on the inside. Just like that, centering it in there. I'm going to reverse it and do the opposite pattern right here on this side. Okay, then I'm going to shut my box and I'm going to do this side. Okay, then I'm going to layer these two pieces together. And if it's directional, make sure you notice that. I'm going to glue my little leaves to my heart here. Then I'm going to come in with some dimensionals. I'm also going to put one on that little heart. And I'm going to put some on my sentiment here. And while I have them out, I'm also going to flip this over and put some as well. Okay. So now we are going to add some ribbon. And I know that this is retired, so please don't get upset with me, but I'm trying to use it up. So you can use any ribbon you want. Actually, you know what? Let's do this first. Let's fill the box. So I want to show you what all you can get in there. Let me grab my candy. Okay. So I'm putting a box of Sweet Tarts, a little Rice Krispie, and then a couple of Twix. And then I'm going to tie this ribbon around there. Now, mind you, look at what I have in the description as far as my supplies, because that is what I use, but I'm trying to use up some of the supplies I have, and I just think that this ribbon goes so cute with that paper. So we did that. And then I'm going to take my dimensionals off my square, or the backing off of it. And I'm going to make sure my ribbon kind of goes in between those two dimensionals that are in the middle. And I'm going to push that down just like so. And then we're going to add our hearts. So you could stamp those if you wanted. It was quick and easy to do on a live, to put them like that. And I'm going to add my little heart right in the middle. And then I'm going to add my sentiment. Just like that. So that's our project for today, my friends. Super simple, cute, easy. It holds tons of candy. Let me show you an alternative that I made. Again, I'm shopping my craft room, so I'm using old supplies that I have, and I needed to make quite a few of these because I was making them for my husband's work. So I used our cardstock, the basic black cardstock. The designer series paper here is from Close to My Heart, old stuff I had. And then this is old Stampin' Up! Ribbon. And I made all these for my husband's work and filled them exactly like I just filled this one. So it's a nice little gift. It's about 4x4 the size. So it holds quite a bit. And I just thought it was a cute idea to bring to you guys today. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a great day. If you make one, please share your info below so we can all see it. I'd love to see your arts of work. And until next time, my creative peeps, I will see you later. Bye-bye.